For many, the modern religious experience is defined by a strict 90-minute weekly appointment on the calendar. This experience follows a predictable sequence: several minutes of singing, a period of sitting and listening, a brief moment for handshakes, and a scheduled departure. This event-based model treats spiritual life as an isolated occurrence. It establishes a definitive start and end time, separating the Sunday experience from the remaining 6 days of the week. By adopting this structure, we have confined the infinite reality of the divine within the boundaries of a 90-minute box. The Apostle John's vision of the heavenly throne room in the book of Revelation presents a stark contrast to these earthly schedules. John describes an ecosystem that never stops. He sees living creatures and elders engaged in 24/7 worship and the constant unfolding of divine revelation. An earthly church could be physically architected, literally built, to mirror this exact, continuous heavenly ecosystem. Closing the gap between these two worlds requires the construction of a continuous spiritual architecture. The continuous church model is a 3-room blueprint designed to map the heavenly court onto the earth. It is grounded in the concept of the tripartite human, the idea that every person is a complex system composed of spirit, soul, and body. Each of these physical rooms corresponds to one part of human nature, while reflecting a specific activity occurring in the heavenly throne room. This environment engages the whole human being simultaneously, reflecting the unceasing nature of the celestial court. Revelation chapter 4 depicts a scene of unbroken praise, where heavenly creatures hold bowls of incense representing the prayers of the saints. This maps to the first physical space, the worship and prayer room. Rotating teams of musicians and intercessors ensure the sound of praise never ceases. This continuous worship addresses the human spirit, the deepest part of humanity designed for divine communion. Historical precedents for this exist in ancient Israel, where organized watches maintained 24/7 praise in the Tabernacle of David. The worship room serves as the atmospheric engine of the community, providing constant nourishment for the human spirit. In Revelation chapter 5, the focus shifts to a sealed scroll, which is used to continuously reveal the truths of God to the heavenly court. This unfolding truth corresponds to the second space, the teaching room. Here, a rotation of speakers provides deep biblical exploration throughout the day. This continuous teaching engages the soul and mind, facilitating the persistent intellectual development required to renew a person's perspective. Spiritual maturity is cultivated in this interactive gymnasium for the intellect, where believers move beyond passive listening into active study. Revelation also describes a heavenly multitude, people from every nation and tongue sharing in communal joy. This communion is reflected in the Fellowship Lounge, a space dedicated to the agape feast, breaking bread, and radical hospitality. This space serves the physical body, affirming that shared meals and communal interaction are holy necessities in the life of a believer. Radical hospitality and physical fellowship are vital components of the heavenly model that validate our physical existence. These 3 rooms function as an integrated ecosystem where people move freely between spaces as their needs change. The biblical metaphor of joints and marrow describes the integration of the spirit and soul. This architectural layout provides a physical framework for that same holistic unity. This structure offers a unique user experience, stepping in and out to spend time in prayer, catch a short teaching, or share a meal without following a rigid schedule. This living organism functions differently than the institutional machinery associated with scheduled religious events. The continuous church model shifts the experience of church from a calendar appointment to an inhabited way of life. The Lord's Prayer contains the petition, "Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven." This model applies those words to physical space and daily rhythms, building a structure that operates in alignment with the heavenly court. By synchronizing physical spaces with the liturgy of heaven, a community participates in the same unceasing rhythm described in Revelation.